Hey everyone! Alright, so false lashes. I get a lot of questions about false lashes, and I'm also asked a lot on how to apply them. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to apply both top and bottom lashes. As you can see, I have them on right now. So I just give you a few tips and tricks on how to apply them and get them on a lot better. And then also, I give you guys some important info, like the question that's asked a lot. Can you reuse false lashes more than once? Yes, you most definitely can use them over and over and over and over until they pretty much fall apart. How many uses are in each pair of lashes? I cannot tell you because every pair is different. It depends on how you take care of them, how you use them, how many times you wear them. All that's going to factor into the life of your lashes. So the number one most asked question is, can I reuse false lashes? And the answer is yes. You can most definitely use your lashes multiple times. You don't have to only wear them one time. You can get tons and tons of wears out of them. How many? Can't exactly say because a whole lot of things factor into how long your lashes will last. And that's how often you wear them, how you take care of them, if you apply mascara on them or not, makeup remover, the glue you use. All of that's going to factor into how many uses you can get out. But most definitely you can get multiple uses out of one single pair of lashes, which comes in handy if you invest money in your lashes. Like if you spend $20 or more, you're probably going to want to use them more than just once. So yes, you can use them over and over again until they pretty much just fall apart. Another question is, how do you clean off the glue from your false lashes, or how can you clean them? I actually put a line of glue on this really long pair so I can show you, but you would take your thumb and your index finger, and you would set the lashes on your index finger and press with your thumb to sandwich it. I'm going to do it between these two fingers so you can see it easier. But you would sandwich the lashes like that. Then you just take your fingers and you pull on the lash band, and you can see the glue comes off with it. And you would just do this all the way down the lash band. And the reason you're pinching the hair between your fingers, if you don't and the hair is spread or you grab a hair on accident, you might distort the lash, so that's not going to be cool, especially if you want to reuse them. So yeah, just pretty much pinch it between your fingers like this, and then just pinch the band and pull away. So it's as simple as that. Another question I'm asked a lot is, how do you remove false lashes? And there's lots of ways you can do it. You can take eye makeup remover and rub it on the lash band. You can take a washcloth with warm water and do a warm compress on your eye to loosen up the glue, or you can just peel them off. It all depends on your own eyes and your lashes' staying power. I don't really lose lashes that easily, so I can just grab the inside corner, pull down and out, and remove them that way, and then just pull off the extra glue that is stuck on my eyelid. Or you can just take a Q-tip and get the extra glue off with an eye makeup remover that way. Another thing I'm asked is, how can you clean mascara off of false lashes if I want to put mascara on them? And you would do the same thing, pretty much how you set them on your index finger and pinch between your thumb, but instead of putting the hairs between, put the lash band between, and then you can take a Q-tip or a cotton pad or anything like that with makeup remover and just run over the lashes with the curve of your finger, so that way you're not going to distort them at all. So that's how I do that. But now that you guys know those little tips and tricks on lashes, I'm going to actually show you how to apply the top and the bottom. So let's just go right ahead and get it started. Okay, so for the sake of the tutorial, I actually put my camera up higher so you can look down, so you'll get a better view of everything that I'm doing. Now, also for the sake of the tutorial, normally I do all of this with just my fingers and placing it, but I'm going to use a pair of tweezers, so that way they're thinner and my hand won't block everything that I'm doing, so you can get a better view. With that said, I'm going to start, but before you actually start to adhere the lashes or do anything like that, you want to size them first. So to do that, you just take the lashes and you can pick them up with your pair of tweezers. Now I'm going to size them and see how they're going to fit. Now a lot of people always say, I can't really do false lashes because I can't go like that, or both my eyes want to close and I can't see what I'm doing. Really great trick, tilt your head back. So you can see my head's tilted back right now. I can still get in here and work. So this is great for actually doing your eyeshadow as well. Or you can take a mirror, set it underneath you, and look down into it like that. So you can see, same thing, I could get in there and work. So if you're not used to just like slightly closing one eye to do your lashes, that'll help you. So now I'm going to take this, which is my lashes. I'm going to tilt my head back, and then I'm just going to set the lashes and see where I'm going to want them. Right there. So there's no adhesive on them, so I don't have to worry about it sticking or getting messed up. That's one thing you have to be careful though, it will fall off if you blink. But just by doing this, you can see if you need to trim the lashes or not. I can see that I'm not going to need to trim these, they're going to be perfectly fine. But just to show you guys how to trim your lashes, so you would just take it in your hands, your fingers, anything like that. But I'm just going to take them in the tweezers for the sake of this tutorial, and actually I'll move over. So you can see the lashes, and this is my outside corner right here. This is my inside corner. You're going to want to place the inside corner right up against your inner lashes, or where your last lash is on the inside corner. For the outer corner, to figure out where to cut, once you place this where it needs to go, you're going to cut on this side. You don't want to cut from the actual inner corner. You want to cut the longest length, especially if they're lashes that go outward. Now, to figure out where you need to cut, all you have to do is wherever the band hangs off past your last lash or the corner of your eye, depending on where you want to go, that's where you're cut. And you're going to cut from the band down in that direction. So you would hold your scissors and go from this type of angle and cut that way. You don't want to cut through the hairs because you might get some of these in there. So yeah, cut the band or the filament and then cut that way. Okay, so there's actually more prep work that you can do before you actually do your lashes. I just like to size them up first and get that out of the way. But you can do your liner, curl your lashes, and add mascara if you want to, or a light coat of mascara. The main reason you would want to do liner now, if you're not that great at getting your lashes right at your lash line, skin could show through. So if you do your liner now, if you don't get the lashes as close as you possibly can, this is going to help prevent seeing all that skin showing through, and it's just going to help with a solid line of color right there. So you might want to do that now. Then also, curling your lashes will help the lashes blend into your false ones. Your lashes blend into the false ones. And then doing a light coat of mascara. So I'm just going to take my Duo. And there's tons of different ways that you can use the Duo to get the adhesive on your lashes. You can put a little bit on the container or like the lid from your lashes. You can put it on the back of your hand. You can take a brush. This is just a little spoolie. And you can put some on there. I'll just show you guys how to do it on a brush because it's really easy. You seriously just take the glue and put a blob on there, and you can rub it around if you want to. The great thing about putting it on the back of a brush is once it dries on here, you just roll it off. So now I'm going to get this on my lash. So I'm just going to take it and hold it in my hand this time, or you can use the tweezers. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to roll it as I move towards you guys. And I'll do it like this. Let's see if I can do this. But you can see I got a nice thin layer of the glue on there. Okay, so the glue's had a little bit of time to dry, so I'm just going to take them with my tweezers, and I'm going to apply them on the side over here. So I'm just going to tilt my head back, and if you need a little leverage, you can always put your fingers up on your forehead, and then I'm just going to go right in and put them where they need to go. And now would be a very great time to use your fingers to adjust it. I'm going to do that now only because I'm used to it, so I'm sorry if my hand gets in the way. But I'm just going to place in this outer corner. And then work my way over, make sure everything's okay. And then I'm going to push in this inner corner. So now I'm just going to let the glue dry, and then while that dries, I'm actually going to apply the other side. So this lash is on, and it's had time to dry. This side, I already went ahead and did what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to take my mascara again, and I'm just going to do a very, very light coat again, right on my actual lashes, only to help with marrying the false lash with the natural lashes. So doing the light coat of mascara, you can see it just helps to blend the false lash with my real lashes, so there's not separation between the two. So you can see if I turn to the side, you don't see two separate sets of lashes, and then it also just helps to deepen up the lash line. Now, to do even more, I just put a little bit of liquid liner on the back of the actual top for the false lashes, and then I used a little brush. It's just this one, which is the MAC 210. It's got a tiny, tiny tip, and then I just loaded it up with a lot of product, and then I'm just doing a very, very thin line right above the false lashes. So you can see now I have the liner on to help blend in my lash band, so it looks like a solid lash, and you don't see the difference between my real lashes and my false lashes. So that's how you would do top lashes. Now with bottom lashes, if you're doing them on yourself, instead of tilting back and looking down, you're actually going to do the opposite and tilt down and look up. And that'll stretch this area a little bit so you have more room to work. If you're doing this on another person, you actually have them tilt their head backwards and have them look up. And you can see it pulls right there taut and gives you more room to work. And then you also don't have to worry about their pupil, so you're not going to poke them in the eye or anything. But everything else is exactly the same. You're just going to take your lashes with a little lash glue and put it on the lash band and then wait for it to dry a little bit. Then once the glue's had a little bit of time to dry, just take them on your tweezers, tilt your head down, and look up into your mirror. And then you're going to go underneath your lashes and place them right on your lash line. Then once the glue has dried, you can go in with liquid liner or anything like that if you want to. I'm just going to do a little bit of liquid liner right underneath them, just to kind of paint over the lash band. So now you know how I do false lashes on top and bottom and take care of them. I hope this video was helpful to some of you, and until my next video, I will see you all soon. Bye.